Well, boys, let me see if I can catch you all up to where I've been and what I've been doing in this long time lapse here since I started hollow point test tube number 7. Now, it's all about the Lyman Penta. So I started out and tested some stuff that I had in stock cast to test with. It's a MP mold, it's not a Lyman. The lead is 9.8 BHN. So I'm figuring, well, if I can get speeds like 950, 960, that'll work out nice. Right off the bat, I'm getting 922, and that's with 7.5 grains of power pistol. But those load calculations were done with this tricorn at 218 grains. See the round nose and the right figure, 218 grains. So, and can't use that. So, I had to reach out to a friend, Mr. Eli. Help. dayattherange.com. That's who Eli is. I think everybody knows him. My brother Marine. Brother from another mother. So I sent a note out to him. In the meantime, I cast up some 17-1. And I'm looking for a target of about 8.9 BHN, and I want a target from Eli that'll give me 950 feet per second. Okay, so that's where we were at the moment. Then came along the Thorn War. I've been 8 or 9, 10 days working at that. That's behind us now. So, we've got some interesting things that's occurred. Let me see if I can get to where we want to go. Okay, here's a note I sent to Eli. When you have the time, would you please run these numbers? And I sent him all the same stats about the case. But I've shortened the cartridge overall length just a T-Widley. Where'd you go? Hey. Thank you. I better point with a pencil or I'm going to keep changing this. What did I do to it? I shortened, the cartridge overall length just a little bit because it wouldn't go in my, that black pistol I got. Oh my God, here we go with a mind blank. Anyway, Kimber, didn't go into Kimber. I had to use the Colt all the time. So I give him all the rest of the details and ask him to run these numbers here with this new 211 grain because it needs a little bit more oomph behind it to get it up to speed. So he does that, and let's see, comes back from Eli that, thank you very much, that with 7.8 grain charge weight, I can get 954 feet per second. I can stay under the 18,000 PSI line, for standard ammo. And that's how it looks right there. So we're just under that red zone where plus P plus and plus P is up there. And so I think of these as really safe rounds. I can even go as high. All right, where's the other one? Here it is. I can go as high as 8 grains of power pistol and look for something about 977. My velocities have been about 20 feet per second behind on an average. But still, we stay out of that pressure zone with 17,800 and something. We're right on the border. Right on the border. But I don't want to go there. I'd like to use the 7.8. So that's where we were with Eli, and he came through and helped me immensely. I appreciate that so much. So something else interesting is when I made this batch here and cast it up, I'm looking for a 8.9 BHN target mix. Here's what I ended up doing. 5.51% tin, that added 1.59 BHN to my base lead of 7.4. The base lead is Quantico range scrap. It's all, jacketed from one type of ammo. And typically, range scrap is about, 10, it's at 0.17%, and then 1% of antimony. So I'm thinking, how is that going to work out when we powder coat these casts? If I cast them, try and hit a 8.9 BHN, how much is it going to kick it up? I'd like to have 9.5 BHN, 9.2, who knows? So I've been doing lots of testing. Now these slugs here were just the cast material that I did, the 17-1, over the days that I've tested. These, where's my finger? There it is. These are after I PC'd these things. See, now here's the whole batch of them back in here, ready to get tested. But these are the ones there that I put BHN test on these dates. And it's real interesting. Let me show you this. Okay, here are the dates going up from 8/8/20, when I started this mess, all the way up to today, the 22nd. Now, what I've seen here on the testing is on those slugs that did not go through the PC oven. These are just the straight mix right here. That's what we're going to look at on the timeline BHN. So for those on cast day 8/8/20, right? Come here, pencil. Here we had 11 BHN. The next test on those was 8/11, so that's 1, 2, 3 days later. It had dropped down to 10.1 BHN. The next time I looked at that was this morning, and it's now 8.7. So that lead relaxed. You see that? It starts out high when it comes out of the pot, but it drops back down. Now, since the powder coating is a form of heat treating, it's only 20 minutes, but it's at the right temperature. It's at 400 degrees. The powder coating is a different story. Now, I've had hollow points get screwed up because they come out too hard, and I didn't think of this. This time I'm on top of it. So I don't know where I am on top of it up until now, but I'll show you what happened. These right here, those little boogers there, when they were cast on cast day, when I made the lead up, I didn't do anything with them other than powder coat them on this day, and then the very next day, 8/9, took a reading on them, and they were at 11. Now, 8/11, 2 days later, they had they had increased to 11.4 BHN right there. Now, by the time 8/14 rolls along and I look at that test again, I'm at 10.4. Now, from 14 to 22nd, what's that, 8 days, something like that? Now this morning they're at 9.8. I kind of anticipate this pretty much running on out straight with both of these over time. Only time will tell in my continued testing like I'm doing right here. I've got a whole crap load of lead that I'm keeping track of. I swear, boys, this gets pretty, entangled. So, with all this, back to the BHN thing, you see how you can make something that you think is soft enough for the speed you're going to shoot it. But boy, if you run it through that PC oven, you got a surprise coming. That right there is what? 14 days and a 1.1 BHN increase. And then that 1.1 can, you can go from a good hollow point to a fail. So, and also keeping in mind that this is just typical range stuff. Now, if you get stuff out of a range that's got a lot of tin and higher antimony, or it's got a lot of wheel weights, or somebody's been shooting rifle in there with harder leads, all this is going to skyrocket. And so when this right here, this antimony is increased in your range scrap, then you're going to see a higher jump here and relax less over time. Because that antimony, and if there's arsenic in there, that's what really makes that antimony kick in and make it hard over time with heat treat. So, I don't know what else to say. I think I probably screwed this take up. I'm trying to do it in one take and then load up some doggone ammo, this stuff, get out there and get back to here where we're going to start with 7.8 grains and see what we can get out of the Lyman Penta today of the right weight, 211 grain, the right stuff. There's a little mold right there. The Penta, it's a combination mold. That's what we're shooting. And I get back to you later, boys, okay? That's the whole story in a nutshell. It may be a cracked nutshell, but it's my nutshell. Test 7 underway.
Lazy bone, sleeping in the sun. How you expect to get your day's work done? You never get your day's work done. Sleeping in the noonday sun. Lazy bone, sleeping in the shade. How you expect to get your cornmeal made? You never get your cornmeal made. Sleeping in the noonday shade. And when the taters need spraying, I bet you keep praying